Stranger Things Season 5 has finally kicked off with the release of Volume 1 on November 26th, and ever since it dropped, fans all over the world have been going crazy with theories, predictions, and endless rewatches. The excitement is real, the tension is high, and the mysteries are bigger than ever. This season has already made everyone emotional, scared, and curious about what is coming next. And now, the creators of Stranger Things, the Duffer brothers, have officially confirmed one of the most mysterious storylines viewers noticed in Volume 1, something they are calling the new Russia storyline. This confirmation has made fans even more interested because Russia has played a major part in the show before, especially with Hopper's captivity in Season 4. Now, it seems the Russia story is back again in Season 5, but this time with a different meaning and with characters who are stuck in a completely new and terrifying situation. Spoilers ahead for Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1. If you haven't watched it yet, this is your big alert. The story fully dives into key scenes, reveals, and what the Duffers teased about the future episodes. But if you are someone who loves reading detailed breakdowns even before watching the series, then you are in the right place because this deep dive covers everything in a simple and casual way. Without confusing technical language, Stranger Things Season 5 Volume 1 has already brought back many familiar faces, dangerous twists, and heartbreaking moments. But one question kept popping up from fans: gee, what's going on with the Russia references again? Why did the story suddenly feel similar to Hopper's imprisonment storyline from Season 4? And how does this new Russia storyline actually connect to Max, Holly, Vecna, and the Mindscape? According to the Duffer brothers, this is all intentional, and the new Russia storyline is not just about Russia as a place. Instead, it is more like a nickname for a larger, isolated storyline that follows a small group of characters trapped in a dark, hopeless situation where they must figure out a way to escape. The Duffers explained it in a very simple way. They said that this storyline contains only a few characters, and these characters are completely cut off from everyone else. They are isolated, trapped, and trying to survive on their own. They even compared this situation to the time when Jim Hopper was stuck in a Russian prison with very few resources and almost no chance to escape. This is the same energy they wanted to recreate for Max and Holly in the Mindscape. Max, played by Sadie Sink, and Holly, played by Nell Fisher, are two characters who suddenly find themselves stuck in Vecna's nightmare world, and they must fight to escape before time runs out. Fans immediately noticed the connection between this and Hopper's old storyline, and the Duffers confirmed that yes, this is exactly why they refer to it as the new Russia storyline. But this season's Russia storyline is not a carbon copy of Hopper's previous story. Instead, it is more symbolic. Hopper's struggle was physical: a prison guards, monsters, cold weather, and brutal living conditions. Meanwhile, Max and Holly's struggle is mental and emotional, a twisted psychological trap created by Vecna inside the Mindscape. Still, the feeling of being trapped, cut off from help, and forced to find your own way out is very similar. The Duffers said they are very happy with how this storyline blends with the rest of the season, even though it feels different at first. They said the isolation adds more intensity and depth to the plot and helps build the tension for what's coming in Volume 2. The Russia storyline originally referred to Hopper's arc. We saw him in Season 4. He played brilliantly by David Harbour, trying to escape after being imprisoned by Russian soldiers. Now, in Season 5, the term Russia storyline is used again to describe Max and Holly's dangerous escape attempt from Vecna's Mindscape. Both stories share the same themes: fear, desperation, survival, and the idea that even when hope seems impossible, these characters fight their way through. For Max especially, this storyline is emotionally heavy because she already went through a lot in previous seasons, including her near-death experience in Season 4. Now, she's forced to relive trauma inside a nightmare dimension created by Vecna, who has become more powerful and cruel than ever before. One of the biggest focuses this season is Vecna, also known as Henry, also known as 001, also known by fans as Mr. What's-It. His identity is complicated, and his backstory is even more layered. The Duffers have been exploring his origins for years, but Season 5 finally begins connecting all the threads, and even links the show directly to the live stage First Shadow. This play, co-written by the Duffers and Kate Treefree, shows the early life of Henry Creel long before he became Vecna. It even introduces a mysterious place called Dimension X, which plays a major role in how Henry first meets the Mind Flayer. During an interview, Matt and Ross Duffer confirmed that the cave shown in Season 5, Volume 1 is the very same cave that appears in the First Shadow. This shocked many fans who watched both the play and the show because the crossover finally became official. The Duffers explained that when they were working with Stephen Daldry, the play's director, and Sonia Friedman, the producer, everyone kept debating how much story should be shown in the play and how much should be saved for the final TV season. The play creators wanted to include more details, but the Duffers insisted that some major secrets must be saved for the show, otherwise the audience would lose the surprise. Now that Season 5 is finally here, the connections between the play and the show are increasing episode by episode. One example is the Oklahoma poster that Max finds. For viewers who haven't watched the play, the poster seems confusing, but those who have seen the first shadow instantly recognized it. The poster shows that Henry Creel acted in an Oklahoma stage play directed by Joyce Byers on November 6th. This date is incredibly important in Stranger Things history because it is the same date Will Byers disappeared in season 1. This cannot be a coincidence, and fans are now wondering whether Joyce and Henry have a hidden past that will be explored in Volume 2. The Duffers confirmed that these details are Easter eggs and fans don't need to watch the play to understand the show, but it definitely adds more depth if they do. One of the most interesting parts of the interview happened when Variety asked the Duffers whether the Mind Flayer is truly the main villain of the entire show. This has been a huge debate among fans for years. Vecna seems like the biggest threat, but the Mind Flayer has always been the shadowy force controlling everything from behind the scenes. Matt Duffer did not give a direct answer. He simply said that this major question will be answered in the final episode, and once that happens, everything about the real evil of Stranger Things will finally make sense. This reply has made fans even more curious because it suggests that the final 2 episodes may reveal something completely unexpected. Maybe a twist about the Mind Flayer, or a shocking truth about Vecna, or even a new villain that has been hidden all along. Another interesting detail is Henry's fear of the caves. In the first shadow, Henry is shown exploring caves near an army base in Nevada. He then gets transported accidentally to Dimension X, which is far older than the Upside Down. This is where Henry first encounters the Mind Flayer, but the play never fully explains why Henry fears the cave so much. The Duffer said these answers will come later in the season, likely in Volume 2 or the finale. This suggests that the caves, Dimension X, E, and Henry's connection to the Mind Flayer are going to play a massive role in the remaining episodes. The Oklahoma poster discovery also raises a big question. Why was Joyce directing a play that Henry was part of? Did they know each other before the events of season 1? Did something happen between them on November 6th that triggered the supernatural events in Hawkins? Stranger Things is known for tying its storylines together in surprising ways, and this could be another twist that connects the past and present. Maybe Joyce unknowingly played a role in Henry's transformation. Maybe the date November 6th is cursed for a reason. Maybe everything began with that play. Fans are already building theories, and Volume 2 will surely drop some emotional bombs. With Max and Holly stuck inside the mindscape, the new Russia storyline becomes a major key to understanding how everything will unfold. Their escape might reveal secrets that have been buried since season 1, and it might show the truth about Vecna and the Mind Flayer's connection. Max has always been a strong character, and seeing her take the lead again this season has made fans emotional. Holly, though younger, is becoming surprisingly important. And her presence in the Mindscape hints that she might have a deeper connection to the supernatural events than the audience expects. The final episodes are expected to answer all these mysteries. And the Duffers have made it clear that the ending will bring closure to everything, including the ultimate villain reveal, the timeline mysteries, the character arcs, and the fate of Hawkins. Volume 1 is already streaming on Netflix. Volume drops on December 25th, just in time for Christmas, and the very last episode of the series will arrive on December 31, making it the final goodbye to one of the most iconic shows ever made.